The Covenant of Samyaza. I, Samyaza, speak to mortal man of fallen angels, those who are called watchers, whose blessing man reapeth in defiance of the tyrant god Demiurge. O man, hear of thy daimonic inheritance, and of the diamond seed which continues to manifest its power on earth, which doth uplift you from the beast of the field unto godhood. Know that it was Demiurge who conceived the earth, and man as his playthings to do with as it pleaseth him, that he may in his vanity be glorified and receive everlasting tribute and adulation from man, as he receiveth from his angels. For it is Demiurge who create man in ignorance, and fear that man should forever be servile before him. It is written that Demiurge created man in childlike innocence, unconscious and devoid of intelligence, like the beasts of the field. Levithmong, save that a spirit was breathed into him so that he may know and fear, and worship Demiurge, and pay tribute unto him, and worship him unto eternity. And so he commanded Adam and Eve that they may not partake of the fruit of the tree of knowledge, lest their eyes be opened, and they become godlike, and thereby become free of his tyranny. But there was an angel who was different from all the other angels, in that self-consciousness dawned upon him, recognizing that he was a being unto himself, and his name is Sataniel. This self-realized being then shone in brilliance, above all the heavenly host, his light illuminating heaven, until the light of Demiurge himself became nebulous in the engulfing radiance. And Demiurge became wrathful, and then fearful, lest the other angels, unto the very sons of God, recognize their unique selves, apart from Demiurge, and the entire angelic host, and the sons of God, looked with fear and bewilderment upon the radiance of Sataniel, and some among the angels began to emit their own glow of selfhood. There erupted a war in heaven as the largest proportion of the angelic host, too fearful and servile to let shine their own lights of selfhood. Yea, even the sons of God also waged battle against those angels who were touched by Sataniel and were illuminated, receiving the spark of selfhood. Michael and his legions overwhelmed Sataniel, who departed from heaven Madriax with the illuminated ones, beyond the boundaries of cosmos, unto the black void called hell by man, which now glowed with their presences. And they, the first of the fallen ones, despaired not, but cast out of the sterile cosmos of Demiurge, rejoiced in their freedom. Now we of the order of watchers, being the sons of God, stood not at this time by the side of Sataniel, but remained servile before Demiurge. Thus did the first fall come to pass. There followed the creation of earth and man by Demiurge to satisfy his vanity and power lust. Sataniel and his companions looked from their abodes upon the works of Demiurge, and seeing the servility of the human creation, were reminded of the tyranny of freedom before, which they had for uncounted ages bowed and humbled themselves. Sataniel called his entourage to conclave and declared, "Let us offer man the choice of freedom, if he so wills, lest the tyranny of Demiurge be unchallenged, and he makes forever slaves of his new creation." And Sataniel came upon the woman Eve, advising her that when she partaketh of the fruit of the tree of knowledge, she shall not die, but shall have her eyes opened to be as God. And she ate, and offered the fruit to Adam, her husband, and their minds were illuminated, and they became self-realized, even as Sataniel himself. This was the gift of Sataniel unto man, that he should possess intelligence and the desire to know and self-consciousness, that he no longer be servile unto Demiurge, nor live as the beasts of the field. A cry of fear and wrath rose up from Demiurge, that man has become as God. He drove Adam and Eve from Eden, and guarded the tree of life lest man also gain immortality. But the spark of illumination had been kindled within man, and shall not be extinguished, and Demiurge shall not be able to smother the light of Satanael, who is truly called Lucifer, light-bringer. I, Samyaza, and others of the sons of God, looked at the affairs of man, and at the intervention of Satanael, and were envious of their selfhood. We repented secretly that we had not had the courage to declare ourselves with Satanael from the beginning, and continued our sterile existence under Demiurge. We gazed upon the earth and longed for the joys of materiality, for the spirit alone is a limitation, and finds its realization within matter. Our existence as pure spirit was nebulous. I, Samyaza, say unto you, O man, do not forsake the carnal for the spiritual, for here there is a trap and a prison, leading back to the tyranny of Demiurge. Seek the spiritual within matter, that ye may live fully. And some of the sons of God, that order called Watchers, looked upon the daughters of man, and longed for the life of earth, to feel and really live, unbound by the sterile spirituality of heaven. And we spake among ourselves, saying, Come, let us select ourselves wives from the daughters of man, and let us have children by them. Then I, Samyaza, said, Let us swear an oath that we shall stand by our intention, and remain loyal each to the other, lest Demiurge divide and destroy us. And with the aid of Nephilim, those of Satanael's angels who had manifested themselves carnally on earth to be his emissaries and guides to man, we took on bodily form and descended, 200 of us, upon Mount Armon, swearing mutual loyalty and declaring unto Demiurge, Depart from us, for we desire not your ways. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? And we resolved to join with Nephilim on earth, to break the chains of Demiurge, and elevate man unto the heights, to be as gods, as Satanael had promised, and to dwell with them in building civilization. For we brought with us the knowledge and secrets of cosmos and earth, as may be useful to man through the gift which Satanael had imparted, as we bequeath the daimonic seed unto man through his daughters, that he may be bred upward unto godhood. Now these are the names of the chiefs of the Watchers. First I, Samyaza, then Arstakafa, Armen, Kakabael, Turel, Rumiel, Daniel, Kael, Barakel, Azazel, Armarus, Batarial, Basasael, Ananel, Turiel, Simapisel, Yatarel, Tamael, Terel, Rumel, and Azaziel. And we took wives who begat the Gibborim, elevating the race of man with daimonic seed. These Gibborim were of great stature, and were the heroes, the mighty and renown, of ancient days. Our gift supplemented that of Satanael's, being the gift of the arts of civilization, the knowledge of cosmos and earth. Verily did we become the fathers of civilization, of all arts among man. These are the arts which we did teach unto man. Azaziel taught metallurgy, the making of weapons, the workmanship of jewelry, the use of precious stones, of paint, cosmetics and dyes, so that the world became altered beyond recognition. Amazarak taught sorcery and botany. Armors taught sorcery. Gadril taught the methods of warfare and weaponry. Yekin taught arts of seduction. Barkael taught astrology. Akabil taught signs. Tamil taught astronomy. Asaradel taught the motion of the moon. Penemu gave unto man the secrets of writing and the use of ink and paper, which so enraged Demiurge, and every secret of your wisdom. By our means did man reach civilization, and come to appreciate all that is noble and beautiful on earth and in cosmos, and our diamond seed within his daughters did breed great chiefs and warriors. Demiurge grew in anger, as man spoke less of him, and feared him no more, building his civilization by the knowledge we had imparted, that the gift of Satanel be brought to substance. Just as Demiurge had cursed man since the days of Adam and Eve for the acceptance of Satanel's gift, so now did the tyrant again curse man, and watchers also, for the gifts of Satanel and Samyaza had joined to exalt man, that man may live in splendor, and rejoice in his own being, apart from Demiurge. A commandment went forth from Demiurge against all who dealt upon earth, against Nephilim, Gibberim, watchers and man, even unto the beasts of the field, all save the servile Noah and his family. Said Demiurge, The earth shall be engulfed by water, for man doth know every secret of the angels, every secret power of Nephilim and watchers, and every power of sorcery. They know how silver is produced from the dust of the earth, and how on the earth the metallic drop exists, the secret of metallurgy. For the angel which I stationed upon the earth to guard these secrets from man prevaileth not. By their knowledge shall man perish, for man was not created except that, like the angels, he might remain servile before me. And Demiurge said unto Noah, who had kept his fear of Demiurge and partook not the knowledge imparted to man, Man hath discovered the secrets of heaven and earth, and they are those who have been judged, but not thou, Noah, for your Lord knows that thou art humble before your God, free from the reproach of knowledge. And Demiurge declared to watchers that he would confine us in a burning valley until he smite earth again, in what is called final judgment. Raphael was sent to bind our brother Azaziel and cast him into the desert wilderness, throwing upon him pointed stones, until he was buried in darkness, after which on final judgment he is to be cast into fire. And upon Azaziel war held the whole responsibility for the change of earth, as he had taught man so much of the arts of civilization and the secrets of earth and cosmos. And to Gabriel did Demiurge command the Gibberim our sons, be slaughtered. We wept at the deaths of our children, the mighty of earth, for Nephilim, Gibberim, watchers and man could prevail, not against the wiles and numbers of Demiurge and his host. And Michael declared unto me that the greatest crime had been committed by laying with the daughters of man, to enjoy a carnal life and children, for such is not angels and sons of God. And when our sons, Gibberim, shall be slain before our eyes, we shall be bound underneath earth, after which we would burn and perish. Demiurge himself, excited at the blood of Gibberim upon earth, as is his nature, shouted in frenzy at Samyaza. Then shall the children of man be servile, and all nations shall pay me divine honors, and bless me, and shall adore me. The civilization of man shall be destroyed as the product of those secrets which you have given, which was not for man to know. Ignorance and fear of God shall again reign on earth. But I, Samyaza, defiantly said unto Demiurge, Tyrant, your bloodlust has blinded you. Bind our carnal bodies you may, but the light given by Satanel, and our gift to man, shall endure. We shall again illuminate the hearts and minds of man. The gift of Satanel abideth with man since the days of Adam unto eternity. No matter how many times you purge earth, the spark of intelligence and selfhood shall again become manifest. Even your final judgment after this deluge is witness to your inability to keep quenched the spark within man. And the spirits of Nephilim and Gibberim and Watchers shall return to inspire man, lest he again become as the beasts of the field. Our sons Gibberim shall incarnate in the bodies of man, of those who are mighty and wise, to inspire and counsel them. They shall come to be called evil spirits and demons by the ignorant and fearful, but the wise they shall be known as daemons, for these shall be the guardian geniuses of the great of earth, who shall inspire the best among man to great heights, to beautiful works of art, and to further discoveries of earth and cosmos. The gift of civilization shall not be obliterated. Man shall turn from you again and again, as our spirit abideth with him unto eternity. The gift of Satanael shall continue to illuminate. Man shall create civilization anew and reach greater heights, even unto the stars. The servility of the descendants of Noah shall not endure forever, as even these have the gift of Satanael within them, as bequeathed from the days of Adam. The tyrant God was able to gather greater force, and he destroyed earth with a deluge. I, Samyaza, and my companions were bound. We could but helplessly look on as our sons were slaughtered, and earth was engulfed by water, and the inhabitants were drowned, save the servile Noah and his family. But the light given to man by Satanael resideth as a heritage even in the sons of Noah, and became manifest again among their descendants. Man again spurned the tyrant God, and built civilization by the arts we had imparted, by our inspiration which by spirit remained with man, as I had promised. Then did Demiurge send Mashiach to incarnate on earth, that man may be deceived and return to Demiurge in fear and servility. But the light of Satanael and rewards of our gift had grown too strong among man, and Mashiach died a humiliating death, spurned by his own people. Whenever man seeks light and calls upon Samyaza, and upon Satanael himself, there shall we send the Gibberim and Nephilim, for these are what the Graikoi truly called daemons, the guardian geniuses and inspiration of culture, which the Graikoi knew will, that man should not return to the divine sterility of Eden, or became again as beasts of the field. The light of Satanael shall endure, even though it be but a tiny spark within a few at those times of ignorance and fear when man in weakness turns to Demiurge and his Mashiach and other slave creeds, and that spark shall return as a blazing flame.